Alright, we're going to give Arclight Phoenix another shot. The first version we tried was kind of all in and a little bit more turbo-y. This is sort of mid-rangey, kind of Murktide-esque. We don't have that many counter spells, just some force and negations. But we do actually have Murktide in the deck. We've got Tune the Narrative to ramp up our Galvanic Discharge, a bunch of cantrips to sort of filter, and just make sure that you find Faithless Looting. I think if you want Phoenix to be good, you have to draw the card Faithless Looting. And compared to some of the other decks we've played, this deck has a lot of cantrips. We've got 4 Preordain, 4 Consider, and then obviously the Tunes. And then Expressive Iteration, another card. Just all of your cards dig really, really deep. I'm sort of surprised to not see Thought Scour. My guess is that I'm going to immediately want to cut these two in the narratives for Thought Scours. But whatever, we're just going to give this list a shot as is. It went 5-0. Sideboard's got Into the Flood mod just to bounce anything, but probably mostly Graveyard Hate, because we're a blue deck. It's hard to deal with permanents. Surgical Extractions, obviously. Graveyard Hate. Pyroclasm for energy. Harbinger for Amulet. And all sorts of decks. Maybe the 3-color energy decks. You can get them with that. Subtlety for Amulet. Force of Negation for whatever combo deck. Control deck, anything like that. And then a bunch of Meltdowns for artifacts. So pretty straightforward list. I want to give Phoenix another shot. And I want to cast some Murktide Regions. I don't know if I've ever actually cast this card, so let's give it a go. Alright. Sand is a hand. It's kind of funny. I think with this version, maybe you don't want looting early. You actually want looting probably on turn 3. Like, I don't really want to cast this till I have Arclight Phoenixes. It's probably fine too, but there's no deep analysis or anything, so I think this is... Funnily enough, like normally you always want your lootings on 1, but I don't think I want to cast it. Street Wraith. Why are we doing this on my end step? 4 Street Wraiths, okay. Okay, well we've got Force. So they're playing like, I don't know, NT, Dredge, something weird like that. Do I want an additional cantrip? I guess this is sort of nice. This charge only gets to 5 though, so maybe not. Huh. I think I'm going to get a Surveil land and still not cast the looting. Yeah, this is kind of a scary spot. We do have these forces, though. Are they somehow living... ending? Or something weird? I don't know. I guess you can't play... No, you can play Living End with this. I think this is like Living End Reanimator, which means that my forces are going to just suck. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Grave Titan, holy cow. Alright. Opponent's got a Super Brew over there. Guess I don't want that again. It may be okay, but... These were Thought Scours. I think I would be topping them. Alright, well, we're just going to take it slow. And then maybe we can go for it next turn. Okay. So. If they have an end of turn living end, which I don't think that exists, right? There's not instant speed cascade anymore. So I think my forces are always going to get their thing. So I guess I'll start with... I could have Electro Dominance? Just play the stupid land. Whatever. Okay. Now your turn. So next turn, play a giant Murktide, then have a force negation, sink into stupor. Yep. Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. They do have a living end. I guess they probably have Electro Dominance then, which is terrifying. Okay. Actually, maybe was supposed to bolt them in the mouth, but whatever. They'll just die either way. Alright, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So we have Force, Sink versus whatever they got, and then we have a Lightning Bolt to finish them if this can connect. So we should be good, but their deck is kind of crazy. Dominance. Okay. Well, we'll just counter the thing that they play, I guess. Okay. So yeah, they're just fatties plus Electro Dominance plus Living End. And I assume that means they have 4 copies of Persist in their deck as well, because none of these creatures are legendary. So they're just like full on Reanimator. I'm not going to block. I don't know how they would deal 7, but I'm just not going to block. Pulled you. Alright, so opponent's got a spicy brewski. I don't think any of these other cards do anything. Meltdown, Flood Maw. Definitely want these. Surgical's not great against the living. Maybe I don't actually want 4 Surgicals. So my guess is their deck has 4 Faithless Looting, 4 Persist, 4 Living End, 4 Electro Dominance, and then 4 Trolls, 4 the Mountain Cycler, 4 Grave Titans, 4 Archons. I'm trying to think of what else they could fit. They could have Thoughtseize, Duress Post Board. If I do, like, if I get Thoughtseize and my hand is Surgical, and then they have Living End, my life is going to suck, I think. But Surgical is good against Persist, so I don't really know if I care about my removal spells. Let's do this. Like, what's the creature that I'm going to answer? And I'm going to be like, thank God I had Galvanic Discharge for it. I guess just like a persisted something. Yeah, whatever. We'll have one. Hold the Surgicals. Yeah, I think I keep this. Leyline, Faithless looting. I think I'm not going to fight over this. I think it's maybe foolish. Like, if they have a bunch of cyclers and then a living a way to... I guess... In fairness... I can't... They can kind of get me, right? Against Leyline of the Void, how are we winning the game? I have to hardcast my Phoenixes. Against Electro Dominance, they could still living end or whatever. And then we just force the persist. That's actually interesting. It's kind of all in on the graveyard though, right? So maybe it's hard to win. They have the Season Pyros. Maybe it's hard to win. Versus hate. Let's cast Preordain. And then I guess cast another Preordain. I think I just want to draw Arclight Phoenix and cast it. So post board we could board it into the Flood Maw. I mean, I should have considered it, definitely. It also bounces the thing that's reanimated. Like, maybe they reanimate an Archon and just bounce it. Do I want 7 mana 3/3? I don't think so. I mean, obviously it's very bad. I'm just considering the fact that, like, I need win conditions. I don't even know. I assume I have 7 lands that can cast it. But I think 4 Phoenixes will probably beat them. I doubt they have much removal. I just want more I want more forces. I want Arclight Phoenixes. Sink. Okay. So let's go. Hand. Bottom. Exile. Shock. Pay 3. Cast Preordain. Let's go bottom. Bottom, I think. Okay, found another force. So, as long as we leave up force when they have Electro Dominance and instant speed, should be okay. We do have 5 lands, or 5 lands. We got Surgical for an additional persist. I'll probably just die to a Seasoned Pyromancer if they draw it. That would be annoying. Looting Flashback, sure. I don't think I care. Yeah, this is sort of what happened when its expressive iteration was legal in Pioneer. You would just, like, your opponent would rest in PC or whatever, and you would just keep casting expressive iteration, hit all your land drops, and then just cast your 8 mana Treasure Cruise or whatever. Okay, so I guess I still want Consider, and I want... Do I just want more cantrips? So we'll go hand. I suppose I want the Consider in hand because I'll have more information by the time that happens. And do I want to play Looting? I don't think I do. But yeah, I definitely should have boarded it. Probably both my end of the Flood Maws. That was my mistake. It's difficult, though, because they can still just replay it, right? It's not like... It sort of gives me a turn to do stuff. Okay. Oh, I think I just want the lands. So we found a win condition. Do nothing, say go. I'll have to discard a hand size. Well, that's obviously not ideal. I think I am discarding Looting, though. I like all my cards. Now this says... Leaves your graveyard. Alright. Opponent gives up. They just drew a bunch of lands. I think we were going to win that game. So we were at. So yeah. So cast Consider, look at Lightning Bolt, bottom it, draw Murktide, draw for turn. It's Steam Vents. Oh, it's gone. Whatever. We get to 7 lands. We play a shitty 7 mana 3/3, have Force up, and then after that we can either play an additional 3/3 or we have Sink into Stupor. We have the Surgical to dodge Persist, so they have to hit Living End and Electro Dominance, but we have the Force to stop one of those. So I guess after they get one random card, I just say, okay, that card could be Living End / Electro Dominance. I won't play the 3/3. We just attack them with a 3/3 until they die to Lightning Bolts. So I think we're gonna win. Not the most exciting ending, but yeah, this build's cool. I guess my question is it correct to play Faithless Looting and Arclight Phoenix in Murktide? And I don't think so. Again, Phoenix just sort of continues to disappoint at every angle. I'm not sure. Maybe someone will crack the code. Like, looting's okay, but as far as I can tell, you should just be doing, like, Unearth Oculus. It's so straightforward. It's really powerful. You can do it super early in the game. Like, for Phoenix to be good, you kind of need to draw Faithless Looting and Manamorphose. And if you don't, well, it kind of doesn't do anything. Maybe there's a way to make it so you have Faithless Looting and Manamorphose more often. But a lot of the stuff that you do to make Phoenix good involves making your deck more vulnerable to graveyard hate. And I think that's probably a pretty bad place to be. Like, I thought maybe Dredge would be a more popular deck. Since looting got unbanned, I think a lot of people were kind of scared of looting, but you basically just see Psychic Frog decks. You see decks that have a card that can actually win through graveyard hate, like you just play your Psychic Frog, make it big, and draw cards. So that's a thing you could do here. Maybe you just build. Again, you could build this deck with Psychic Frog and then still have Phoenix, but at that point, I think you just play Oculus and dodge the Phoenix. So the bad news. The good / bad news, maybe helpful news, is that I think you just don't play Arclight Phoenix unless you can crack the code in some other interesting way. But I think all of the builds of Phoenix that make it look like busted and strong are just gonna lose to like ley lines and whatnot. So we'll see. But I give up. I think I quit. I think I quit on Arclight Phoenix for now. Maybe we'll brew up our own version. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of ready to just play my own decks and build my own decks. I've been trying to play net decks just to get a feel for the format, see what people play and why they play it. So yeah, it's been fun though. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.